What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. I appreciate your time. This is Nurse Student Possibilities, social nurse, and I'm going to talk about actress Vanessa Williams. She's also an award-winning singer. She's been in film, she's been on television, she's been on Broadway. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite television shows that she had a role in as a character named Wilhelmina was in the TV sitcom Ugly Betty. Ugly Betty still remains one of my favorite television series. I have DVDs of the Ugly Betty television series. At any rate, back to Vanessa Williams. We all who have read about her history, we know that she was once Miss America. She was the first black woman to win Miss America. And this was a long time ago. So Vanessa Williams has been around for a while. She had a lot of scrutiny as Miss America because of some photographs she had taken earlier, much earlier, prior to winning Miss America. These photographs were seen as sexually explicit, and they were for some adult nude magazine. So when she won the title, that information came out. There was a lot of scrutiny. She was being talked about in a bad way, and she resigned the title. She resigned her title as Miss America. But back to what I was really going to zoom in on is a while ago, she was asked about Lupita Nyongo, and Vanessa Williams in that same conversation was asked to give her take on colorism in reference to black women gaining roles, being active in Hollywood and being hired as actresses. And her take was that it's hard to get roles anyway, no matter how fair your skin is. So on Essence.com is where I'm getting this information from, and I will include the link in the description box. Vanessa Williams, Hollywood is biased no matter how fair your skin is, according to Vanessa Williams. And I agree with her. I agree with her. The actress said that the playing field is not any easier for light-skinned women. And we're talking about black women. It's hard to get good roles anyway, no matter how fair your skin is, no matter how brown your skin is, she said. At the same time, she praised Lupita Nyongo. Lupita did a phenomenal job, she said. She's a brilliant actress. She's amazing because she embodied that role and made you feel. Okay? So she was able to praise Lupita Nyongo. At the same time, she did the right thing for taking up for herself, because quite frankly, if I were an actress like Vanessa Williams and I'm vying for roles, I'm not going to downplay myself by saying that it's easier for me to get roles, when in essence, it's not easier for Vanessa Williams to get roles, although she has gotten roles. But Vanessa hasn't won an Oscar. And this reminds me of a video I saw by Light Skin Love where she highlighted the different black women that have actually won Oscars. And there really hasn't been many, but there certainly hasn't been many women that are black and on the light skin spectrum of Black America. If you look at the winners, only Irene Cara, Halle Berry are the light-skinned complexion women that have won Oscars. Whoopi Goldberg, Hattie McDaniel, Jennifer Hudson, Viola Davis, and I'm probably missing someone. Regina King, who's also one of my favorite actresses. And there's somebody else that's gonna pop in my mind really soon as to black women that have won Oscars. Oh my God, Monique and Octavia Spencer. Those are not light-skinned black women. So to pose a question to a light-skinned black woman like Vanessa Williams, who's light in complexion, light eyes, light hair, both of her parents identify as African American, as black, to ask that light-skinned black woman to talk about the barriers that dark-skinned black women may encounter in reference to getting acting roles, or black women in general in reference to getting acting roles. It's kind of like pushing someone against a wall where they've got to defend themselves as well, especially if their likeness is not the black women that are winning Oscars. So I think we need to think about the fairness of it all. We may not in particularly like the roles of slaves, mammies, maids, whores, hookers, women that are in struggle love, getting beat like a pup. Those roles aren't glorious or beautiful roles. They are roles that I don't particularly like seeing black women dominate in, and regardless of the skin complexion. But I think what happens is people are getting colorism confused with stereotyping and prejudice ideology that actually funnels from racism. And in essence, colorism also funnels from racism, but it's practiced within a racial group by members of that racial group, colorism. However, I think a lot of colorism, woe is me participants actually get colorism confused with the stereotyping that is offered in the roles presented to black women. The owners of production companies, entertainment companies, filmmaking companies, producers, directors, the people who put out these films, who have the money to put out films and cinema material, really belong mostly to white America in reference to racial categories. So it's not like light-skinned black women are putting out these movies and offering the roles only to dark-skinned black women. And by the way, these dark-skinned black women are accepting the roles. They are accepting the roles, the characters that are being offered to them. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but they are accepting them, acting in those character roles, and they're doing well enough, many of them, to have won Oscars. So let's try to understand the difference between colorism and stereotypes based on prejudice ideology and who actually controls theater and film. Okay? Vanessa Williams did a very good job in answering the question, And I honestly do agree with her. You never put yourself in a position when asked certain questions to fall for a trap, which places you at a point where you're superior or above when you're really not, when the proof is not that you are. Vanessa Williams has not won an Oscar. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the channel. This is Nurse Student Possibilities. I like for you guys to leave your comments. I'm okay if you disagree. I appreciate my subscribers and anyone who stops by lending me their ear.